Hey Julie, this is Jennifer Hard. This is Schoology. When you log into Schoology, this is what it looks like if you have any classes or groups. And here's the announcements that I have in my classes and groups that I belong to. How you log into Schoology is the same way you log into Campus, the same login information. I'm going to send you a separate link with that in there so that you can see what it looks like when you go in. So initially, you probably aren't going to have any courses, and here's some courses that I've been involved with for whatever reason in the recent in the recent year. Here's any groups that I belong to. I developed a new RN cohort group for us new RNs that we play around in, and I will, you know what, let me go into that group and I'll show you how I'll invite you. So this is groups. This is kind of like clubs or it's just kind of forums that you can hang out with. So like Tanya had posted something here, and we post questions, and here's who the members are. So if I wanted to write something like, "Hi everyone," an announcement right here, I could put it here. Here is the members, and this is Kristen Dersham, Lauren, Carrie Lee, Tanya, Wenda Starkey. I'm going to add someone else. I'm going to add you. So let's see if I can find Julie Wilkin. You won't be under the Virtual Academy. You will be under... Actually, I don't even know if you're going to show up under anything. So actually, I won't invite you. What I'm going to do instead, that's where I would invite you if you were part of an initial school. I'm going to send this code to you. So you're going to put that code in. So let's say you wanted to join a group. You would click join, and you put in this access code that I'm going to send you, and this will get you part of this new RN group, okay? So when you're in these groups, you can post in these updates. You could share pictures, you could do discussions, and resources, but it's just kind of a place to chat. And the cool thing is you have it so it comes right to your email. So if someone posts here, it goes right to all of our members that we've listed here. Linda wants to be part of it, but we haven't added her quite yet, so I'm not sure if she still wants to be part of that or not. Right here, I told Linda she should set this up for the whole nursing group, but she isn't ready to go there yet. So, I add members right here, and that's how I can be part of it. Now, right now, just because you're new to Schoology, I'm going to send you the access code. So that's the groups. That's the groups. Resources, this is where there's personal resources you can keep. There's public resources when you click on that. Different resource types. There's way to do quotes, Schoology code of contact, a fun way to practice grammar skills, grammar lessons, yada yada. A lot of educational pieces. So that's resources, groups, courses. This is where if you were to teach a course, for example, let's take you into a lifetime fitness course. If you were to teach a health course, for example, this is what it's going to look like. The student logs in, and here's where the announcements are. It defaults usually to the announcements page. Teachers that don't know what they're doing, they'll have it default to this materials page, which will look like this. But we like it to go to the announcements page because when they're on the announcements page, you go ahead and you have right here, you can see the latest things that are happening. You have your reminders, you have your upcoming assignments that are due. Grade book, everything is right on over here for the students. But so let's say you're a brand new student coming in here, and I'll show you what the student view looks like. I'm going kind of quick, and this is just an overview. So I want to show you what the student view looks like. So here, I'm a teacher here. I'm going to preview the course as a student. So when the student comes into the course, this is how it looks for Owen Grimm. He lands on this updates page. He can see the assignments that are upcoming. He can click on materials to get to the dirt of the class. Click here to the dirt of the class, the information. Here's the teacher info, the syllabus, and then they work through their units. So right now, this is where they're at. Unit 2, Session 1, Healthy Diet, and they work their way through. Bada boom, bada bing. And they move by clicking this right here. It takes a second to load up for you to see the pictures. You're not seeing the picture right now. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. And they move forward and they complete everything on each of these. This will prompt them to take their quizzes or their test. There we go. Pictures, not it's taking some time to show up. So they move through, and they can see all the things that are given in that unit. Now, one thing you can do is you can look at your unit like this. So the pages that we just went through are objectives, and they can look at it like this. So let's say they're working away and they stop right here. Rather than have to go through next, they can go right here to jump around. Any discussions, any assignments are all right here. So here's like an assignment. It talks about this is where they put their assignment. Here's what they're supposed to do for the assignment. And the next page is right where they submit it. To submit something, super easy. The student has already submitted it, but what they would do is there's an upload box, and you just upload and attach files right here. Super easy. Any questions, they post here. So that's what a student's view looks like. Let's go back to as a instructor. So if your homebound teachers are being instructors, most likely they're going to co-teach. So they're going to have this view, the teacher's view, in addition to the teacher that's teaching the course. So they'll be able to go into the materials and check everything out that the student has due. They can look at the grade book for the student. They'll click here. And so you can see the grade book of what their students are doing. This is the overall grade book for the class, but let's say they want to look at the individual student that perhaps they're working with. Right here, they can look at everything right here, and everything in blue is a hyperlink. So your homebound teachers, when they're working with a student, click right there. So I hope you find this helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions or concerns. Once again, home is right here. Here is where the home page is. And this is when you log into Schoology, any announcements will show right up here. You might not have anything. Any reminders are right here, but because I belong to lots of groups and courses and stuff, this is all right here. That's the home page. Courses, this is where the teachers, if they are co-teach with a course, it'll show up here. If they want to be part of groups, and I would suggest that your homebound teachers become part of the Jeffco's teacher group right here. And then if they want to be part of anything else, I think that's the biggest one, is that they want to be part of the J21VA teachers group. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab this little link. I don't know if I grabbed it before. This is the new cohort RN link that I said I wanted to make you part of. I'm going to grab that access code. Remember what you're going to do with that. Go to groups. To join, you put the access code here. If someone says, oh, I want you to join my course, same thing. Access code is just the same. You click join and you put in the access code. But this is a group we're in. Courses are a little bit different. So it's so easy. It's very similar to Facebook. Play around with it. Actually, sign into Schoology, and I'm going to send you this access code. Send me a message from Schoology. So how you do it, here's the messages right here. Okay, this is where you do a message. If you want a new message, you write right here. So when you get into Schoology and you're playing around, send it to Jennifer Haar and say, hey, and let me know you're in here, and then you click send. When I get a new message here in Schoology, it'll show up right here. This right here is if someone requests to be part of a group or wants me to join something, that'll show here. This is all the recent activity, so don't pay attention to this number. So anything that happens is right there. Biggest thing is you want to look for the emails that you can find right here. We can get a little bit deeper at when you are ready, but this is how you can change notifications so it comes to your email, how you can change how your picture looks in Schoology, that sort of thing. This is where we can really get into all of that. Playing with changing your settings, but we can get there when we get there. This is a brief overview, and it's super easy to play with and really cool because you can connect with Facebook, Twitter, Google, everything. You can link accounts. Very cool, very fun. All right, hopefully you found this helpful, and this is how you do short little videos. I can show you how to do that as well. It's called Screencast-O-Matic, and it's free. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.